Oh, hey there, everyone! Oh, I transferred over perfectly in time to hear Malcolm's dulcet tones in our ears. Look, we have a wild Walter! A wild Walter has appeared! A rare treat! A different guest that isn't just Rob! We've got Walter here as well as Doug. Doug is still here, so don't panic, but also we have Walter, who has crawled out of a hole since the first part of Fanscription has premiered, everyone. So tell Walter what a wonderful job how awesome Fanscription was.
Yes, lovely done. The lovely done? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I was looking at five different things adjusting the camera, sorry.
I know, I also barely spoke correct English, so you and I together barely make one brain cell.
Yes.
But yes, hello everyone. Welcome to Chatting with Doug and Walter today. I see that we are already in a level 4 hype train. Thank you all so much. And I was just telling the guys this before we went live here, but actually they have uncapped hype trains today. So, or not today, but a couple of days ago. So we may be able to get past a level 5 hype train today, y'all. We could make...
You know, when you heard that, Walter, did you think, oh, so they don't have him in all caps, big whoop, and it's like, oh, no, just they don't stop at 5 anymore. That makes more sense.
I thought they meant there's no, like, time limit anymore, so you could just keep going and it'll be the next level no matter how late you donate.
Nope, it's just, we can go past level 5, and they will keep track of, like, what our record is. So we'll be able to know if we break new records anytime there's a hype train, which I think is super fun. So anyway,
that's cool.
That's a side note. Also, another side note, because there's only a couple more days left of this, but as a last ditch celebration of September, this month, all gifted subs are now 25% off. So if you want to be amazing and gift some subs, they are now 25% off gifted subs as well. So just a little fun fact. That's all I'm saying. If you want to help push our hype train over level 5, this is a little fun fact. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Don't worry about it. But let's get into the rules because we do have so many messages flowing in here. First and foremost, we give priority to the bit messages since that is some real world money spent. Sometimes we do have time at the end of stream to read the highlighted messages, but highlighting a message does not guarantee that we are going to see it or read it. Please save your highlighting towards the end of stream then. If you highlight it now, I cannot scroll up and check it back out. So save it to the end until you know we're getting towards the end of stream. Please do not repeat the same questions or comments over and over again in chat. You can get timed out or even banned if you're going to do it continuously. Some of that does also apply to the bit messages. We do get behind. Obviously, we have been live for 8 minutes now and have not even started reading questions. And we can get up to an hour behind. Be patient. I have a list. We will get to it. Please watch the length of your questions. The longer it is, the faster I have to read it, and the more likely it is that we're going to lose the point of the question, and I'm not going to have time to reread it. So short and to the point is better. Please no spoilers. I didn't get to see today's episode of Andor, so I swear to God, chat, do not ruin that for me.
I haven't seen any of them yet.
Haven't even started Andor yet.
Neither have I.
Oh my gosh.
This is great. I'm kind of excited.
It's good. Oh, we have our first ever level 6 hype train, everybody. Let's go.
I breathed in too much.
You breathed in. Doug got too excited.
I'm too excited.
All right, well, I think that's it. I feel like we got them all, right? Yeah?
All right, this is just for my OCD. I think anytime me or Walter talk on Twitch here, there's a little white line on the bottom and top. Is that just from like the way it's cropped or something?
Yeah.
You see that when we talk? That's just driving me nuts. So I just had to know what it was before we continued. Okay.
It's
a pretty bunch line. Separate.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's just indicating who's talking, so yeah. All right, well, let's get started. That Disney nerd, thank you for the 50 bits. Let's just get right to it before you get bombarded with this question. What are your thoughts on Hugh Jackman returning in Deadpool 3 to Wolverine one more time? Keep in mind, Ryan Reynolds confirmed the film takes place before the events of Logan, so they didn't bring him back from the dead.
Well, I don't care if they brought him back even after Logan. It's Deadpool. Who the fuck gives a... He time traveled to kill Ryan Reynolds from making Green Lantern. It's like, who gives a fuck? No, it's like, either way, sounds like fun. I'm down for it. I'll say it's the one reason I would say, yeah, bring him back for that. Because I do want a new Wolverine at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Go ahead, sorry.
Right. I think everybody's like super hyped for this, right? I mean, the thing that that I don't know, it doesn't like damper my expectations or anything like that, but everyone was waiting for who's the next Wolverine. Like there's all this talk about Taron Egerton and all these other people that are possibly taking the role. And now that Hugh Jackman's coming back, you can't overshadow that guy. So I mean, they're gonna have to wait maybe even longer to bring in a mainline MCU Wolverine.
No, they'll find somebody. There's so many people. I mean, he did great, but I feel like there's a fair amount of people that can play it just as well and differently too. So
right. I'm not saying no one else can play it. I'm just saying that like they might have to wait a little bit longer now because they have the only cinematic Wolverine coming back now to be in kind of an MCU movie. We don't even know what's going on with Deadpool right now.
Yeah, sure.
In the mainline MCU, if it's going to be a part of that whole multiverse thing they're doing. If it's still going to be in like the dead X-Men universe, which would be hilarious, but it would be cool to see what they're going to do with him. I think they've been teasing this for years now. They've been going back and forth with jokes and things like that. So yeah, it's going to be something that people have wanted to see for such a long time, and it's going to make a lot of money. Let's be honest.
You all are awesome. We are 90% of the way through a level 7 hype train. Excuse me. Amazing. Thank you.
7. What?
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Okay, there are 3 questions here, so we're just going to rapid fire some answers, okay? Favorite thing at Portillo's? Have you ever seen Gabriel Iglesias stand up about getting the chocolate cake shake? What's your favorite thing at Portillo's? Quick.
Oh, man. Chocolate cake shake's really good. I'll go with that.
Oh, Doug, I can't hear you.
Doug is muted.
Yeah, I can't hear you. I don't know what just happened. We literally heard you a second ago. I don't know what happened.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
No, we still can't hear you. What the heck just happened?
I don't know. Oh, no. Doug is muted.
Uh-oh.
Did we make it to level 8? Oh, my goodness.
We did make it to level 8.
Level 8.
No, we still can't hear you, Doug. Did you try your settings in Skype? Outside there, look at your settings in Skype or at the computer.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
It's because we're at a level 8 hype train. It just mutes someone random who's on the stream.
I got too excited.
Oh, no. Well, speaking of Portillo's, they did just add a new cake shake.
Did they really?
Yeah, it's like a yellow cake shake or something like that. So I haven't tried that yet, but I'm interested to check it out. Also, their beef sandwiches are really good, and I grew up with Italian beef sandwiches that my mom makes all the time. So so the Portillo's is like pretty decent.
Okay.
Pretty decent stuff.
Okay. All right. My favorite is the chop salad. I love the Portillo's chop salad. I get it every time. It's just my favorite thing.
I've not seen Gabriel Iglesias, the comedian, right? I've not seen his stand up on
a cake shake.
On the cake shake. No,
I haven't either. I have not either. Uh-oh, Doug is really having some issues. We still can't hear you. No.
Oh no.
Did you maybe check? Yes. What? Wait. Say it again.
Hot dog.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's oh my god, this is so stupid. It's some sort of stupid setting on both Skype and systems. What? No, Skype's turned out? Is it talk again?
Hi, hello. It's us. We're here.
I can hear you. It's like super low. Oh wait, maybe not. One more time.
Hello. It's us. Hello.
It's soft for whatever stupid reason. Everything sucks. I hate the world. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Next rapid fire question. Best Christmas present that you've ever gotten?
Super Nintendo.
Nintendo 64.
Is there a movie you didn't think was bad, but it just wasn't grabbing you? For me, it's Celeste and Jessie Forever. So, like, it's not a bad movie, but just didn't quite grab you.
I'm sure there is, but I'm blanking on it.
Like in general, or like something everyone loved, or something like that.
Just in general.
The Harry Potter films never grabbed me. I know it's like sacrilegious, but yeah, they just never did much for me.
Okay. I like the Lord of the Rings movies, but I wasn't like a huge Tolkien fan growing up. So I mean, they're good. But I wasn't ever like, oh my God, Lord of the Rings.
Small Movie World, thank you so much for the 2,500 bits. We super appreciate
Whoa,
that.
thank you.
Thank you.
It's been many, many months, but so excited to finally be back for a Q&A stream, a mixture of both the current schedule being inconvenient here across the pond in Scotland and several physical health issues I've been dealing with. But I'm on vacation from work and I'm very slowly but surely recovering, so pleasure to be in your presence again, Doug, as well as yourself, Walter, the esteemed desalted one.
Well, thank you. The salt in yourself.
Thank you.
Here live.
CM Sully.
Thank you for the kind words.
Yes. CM Sully, thank you for the 19-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Spooky season getting close. Is the CA crew ready?
We are.
Yeah, literally.
Right.
Yeah, I even just put. I just finished the first episode of Nostalgia Ween today, so yeah, mad ready.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. So, how did you meet your SO? I'm assuming they mean significant other. Will they ever be in an NC?
No.
Subscribe! Are we a magazine?
No, actually,
No,
she has a
Subscribe!
she's the voice of the GPS in the Ask That Guy episode, and like once in a while, it's weird. If I need someone to slap me, she always volunteers. So it's a few times. Like in one of the Christmas episodes, a hand had to slap me, and I think it's a Boldly Flea, a hand had to slap me and stuff. That's always her. but that's about it. Every once in a while, she'll like want to do a voiceover, but not often. And I met her at a New Year's party.
Honest Reviewer, thank you for the 50 bits. Sup, Doug? How's X-Men Evolution treating you?
I still really like it. I
every day.
The stuff I think I get angry at, like there not being much Wolverine or Storm and stuff like that, I'm actually like, no, I'm okay. I'm actually liking the kids in this. And I like seeing them grow up and evolve and stuff. I mean, it's called evolution for a reason, I guess. So yeah, I'm digging it.
Our hype train has come to an end, but dang, level 8. I believe we got to level 8. Thank you. Y'all are awesome.
R.I.P.
Thank
you so much.
New high score.
Hi, sir.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 50 bits. Thoughts on Bassam Tariq walking away from the Blade film?
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, it just broke.
Yeah, I did hear the
Oh no, that's not good.
It's not good.
Oh, we're gonna push that back, huh?
Probably, because it was supposed to start production in like a month and a half. So,
right.
Whoops.
I'd be lying if I said I do like the Wesley Snipe ones, especially the first one, just so much, where it's like, the kind of got to win me over, you know what I mean? Just like, yeah, okay, Blade, cool, yeah, how you gonna top the Snipes one? Come on. Give Del Toro directed one of them, come on.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the Bob's Burger Season 13 premiere?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, because I've seen all the other episodes, so I have to catch up on that.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Ever watch Brian Regan?
Not sure.
I'm assuming it's Reagan, maybe Regan, but I just see Reagan and assume that's how you say it.
Yes, thank you. I type in Brian Reagan and my typewriter is like, R. It's like, no. And I said typewriter too. My keyboard is what I meant.
Everything really is breaking. You really do hate everything.
Yeah, wrong day. Brian Regan, he's a stand-up. I'm not recognizing him. I'll try to watch him because I do like watching stand-up.
Every day.
Framizer, thank you for the 50 bits. Great Princess and the Frog review. My sister always thought Tiana would lose everything from the Great Depression. Do you agree?
Well, since we're talking about the realism in a movie where people turn into frogs, I don't know. Sure. No, she work her ass off. She find a way, okay? Because that's what she does. So, yeah, that's my thought.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 50 bits. Hello there, you amazing collections of humankind. Now that you've reviewed Princess and the Frog, are there any other particular underrated Disney films that you'll do? Treasure Planet, perhaps?
I'll probably do that at some point. Everyone's saying, like, you should just do the rest of the, like, Disney Renaissance and stuff. And it's like, maybe. Like, well, we got, like, 5. When Little Mermaid comes out, I'm sure we'll have, like, Philo back to talk about that movie. Yeah, okay. And Treasure Planet is interesting to talk about, so I probably will at some point.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. What's the last book that you read?
Smoke the weed
It was
every day.
because I'm reading Bone right now. That's why I'm like, and it's so long. that now I have to really think back. My Bone is really long, guys.
No.
Don't clip that at all. It was an autobiography too. I'm trying to remember. It was like no, it wasn't Jim Henson. Clearly not autobiography. I gotta think about it. I gotta look back and see what I read.
Do comic book counts?
Absolutely, comics count.
Okay, it's probably the Radiant Black series. I just finished that not too long ago. The last book I read was Dante Bosco's autobiography. So,
Oh.
Isn't it good?
It's really good.
LJH, thank you for the 50 bits. I watched They Live for the first time. Great movie. What are your thoughts on it?
Oh, I love it. Oh my God. Like, I don't know. Once you're given that concept, isn't that just like the perfect movie you want to see about that? You put these shades on, you see the world how it really is, and then you get in a fight with Keith David out in the street that goes on way too long in the best way, and then you have to like shoot up aliens and stuff like that. Oh, I love it.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Loved your Hello Newman joke from the Princess and the Frog review.
Thank you.
The Hour Man, thank you for the 50 bits. I watched the Batman and Robin fanscription, so I'm currently writing my own. What if Tim Burton directed Batman Forever? I have Kelsey Grammer as Riddler and Brendan Fraser as Deadshot.
Well, if you want some inspiration.
It's just interesting casting. Wow.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 666 bits. All three of you, musical dance sequences in movies that fire you up every single time. For me, Step in Time for Mary Poppins, Old Landmark from Blues Brothers, and the Born to Hand Jive school dance from Grease are just the apex.
Probably I think this counts. Michael Jackson Moonwalker, the Smooth Criminal scene.
Yeah.
That's just the coolest goddamn thing like ever filmed.
Absolutely. I'd also say Prince Ali from the original Aladdin always gets me. I mean, come on.
I don't know why, but I have a soft spot for You Can't Stop the Beat from Hairspray. Like, I think it's just mostly the song, not even like the movie or the choreography or anything, but I'm like, yeah, you can't stop this beat, baby. Let's go.
Oh, for something a little more modern, I do love the opening song in Greatest Showman, the wow, that song. That
wow, so beautifully sung, Doug. You did a great job. FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. One's gotta go. KFC, Taco Bell, McDonald's. McDonald's.
I was gonna say. No, I like McDonald's breakfast too much. I'll say KFC. I don't eat there much.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Overall, what has been your favorite fanscription to work on / watch?
Oh. I mean, favorite to work on, it'd be tough to not say the what if Rufio didn't die in Hook, because I got to work with Rufio, the real Rufio. So maybe that's the funnest to work on. Funnest to watch? Maybe the Back to the Future one and this last one, the Batman and Robin one. Those two.
Which is up on the Channel Awesome YouTube right now. Go check it out! Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, can we get a clue to next week's NC?
I don't know. Play.
Beautiful. FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the Bohemian Rhapsody movie?
I didn't see it.
Neither did I.
You know, that's one. I know it's not good, but I like it. And it's probably the reason everybody says it's because of the music and just seeing them make the music. I know the movie's shit, but I just like the music too much. Even the completely false making of, movie about it is still so good because it has that music.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 50 bits. This might get you more excited. Critics are already saying Terrifier 2 is bigger and better than the original, but intentionally leaves some questions unanswered because a third Terrifier is likely.
Okay, I mean, I love the first one. I thought the first one was a blast. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what they do in the second one.
Has anybody watched The Munsters yet?
Is it out?
No, Brad, it's actually on Netflix. I guess that's how.
Already?
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Netflix is already just making the best money choices. Or maybe they're just grabbing the curiosity that maybe just people have. I haven't seen it yet, but I got it ready to review. So Brad said it's not as bad as you would think, but I don't know. I think a lot of it does depend if you're a Munsters fan at all and how much you want to give into that campiness, it sounds like, because some people are like, yeah, I know the Munsters are campy, but Jesus with this movie, so I don't know.
Rob and the Snob, thank you for the 100 bits. Your Christmas in September ad last week reminded me of something. I was hoping to send you and Heather and everyone else at Channel Awesome a Christmas present this year. If that's something you allow fans to do, of course. If that's something you allow, how can I do that? Message Wayflow in chat, and he may be able to hook you up with the information for that. But our wonderful mod Wayflow is generally the person who is in charge of that type of information. So, thank you. Small Movie Worlds, thank you for the 666 bits. Just realized we recently passed for the 10-year anniversary of when NC originally ended. Damn, I feel old. I just graduated from school that summer, and now I'm fast approaching 30. Yeesh.
You feel old. How do you think I feel?
Wow, 10 years since it ended the first time. Holy moly, wow.
Yeah, that is weird, huh?
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Knock at the Cabin Door trailer? New Shyamalan movie.
I didn't see
mean, it looks like his classic schlock. I'm excited. And, you know, again, just people trying to get into a place, into a cabin. That's scary enough. But no, if they don't get in, it's the end of the world. Because of course it is. He can't just leave it simple. It has to be something simple. Nobody can combine words like don't or haven't. It's always do not and have not instead. Oh, and Ron Weasley is one of the people trying to break in. I'm on board. 100% on board.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 50 bits. NC suggestion, Arthur and the Invisibles.
I got recommended that before. I've never seen it. That and like the Ant Bully. I keep confusing them. I guess they're different movies, but they look exactly the same. Yeah, one of those I'll get around to doing at some point.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, would you do an NC for Robert Rodriguez's shorts? You could get some good jokes out of it.
That's what I heard. I've never seen it. I've done a lot of Rodriguez's other bads, and it's like, I want to do a good Robert Rodriguez movie. I want to do like Sin City or something. So I don't know. I feel like whatever the next one is, I'll make it a good one.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Walter, looking forward to Twilight Tober Zone this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of huge episodes we cover this year, so you'll probably recognize a lot more because they're very popular, like at least like a handful of them. So my favorite episode ever, The Obsolete Man, get to review it. So yeah, I'm excited too.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Overall, now that both shows have been through their third seasons, which depraved adult comic book show do you like more? Doom Patrol or The Boys?
I haven't seen Doom Patrol yet.
You really?
Yeah, no, I know, right?
There's a lot.
Oh,
I've been working to make the entertainment for the people, to make the own stories.
I mean, that's fair. Okay, Doom Patrol for me, though. The Boys is great.
Right, The Boys is great, but gets very bleak sometimes. So, like, I prefer to watch a Doom Patrol.
Sometimes I hate in The Boys where it's like, it's just like real life. It's like
yeah, no, I've had that issue too, and I do really like it, but I'll say my biggest issue this season with the satire was look at them, making fun of people who are advertising something while trying to have a message, and here's the show clearly with the message. You want a White Claw? You want a White Claw? You want a Snickers? How about an Almond Joy? How about? I mean, it's like some stuff's a little hypocritical.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. On Hollywood Squares, Paul Lind was asked, which is better looking, a fairy or a pixie? And he goes, looks aren't everything. I'll go for the fairy.
Nice.
I love Paul Lind.
Small Movie Worlds, thank you for the 666 bits. So, Doug, it's been now, a whole 15 years since you famously quit your job in epic fashion. Were you not a little anxious about doing it, or did you feel like you had nothing to lose?
Both. I was terrified. But I said, all right, so the song that kept going through my head, the opening of a Goofy movie where he's going to pull that stunt?
Yes.
And they're singing the song like, after today, like that was going through my head. Like, okay, this is it. This is burning the bridge, because whatever I go into next, it has to be something creative. I have to give a shot at one of my dreams here, and I went to illustration, then eventually YouTube. But yeah, it was one of those things where I'm like, okay, I just don't want to take a janitor job again. I might go back to another job, like in an office job or something, but I'm just like, not janitor, and not because it was bad, because it's going to force me to take a chance on my dream here.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Ew, whose idea was it to invite Zack Snyder on this stream?
I'm ready. Anytime, baby. Let's go.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the Munsters movie?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to review it for Nostalgia Ween, though, so I'll let you know then.
WWE, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug, will you ever look at TV series or program blocks like Disney Afternoon, Fox Kids, etc. commercials? And Walter, since you have been something similar with Fanscription, if you could recast the Matthew Broderick Inspector Gadget, who would you cast?
Oh, Doug, do your
Bryan Cranston.
Oh,
it works on so many levels.
Oh,
go ahead.
I think for Inspector Gadget, I mean, since we already talked to him, I think Brendan Fraser, I could have been a good Inspector Gadget as that dopey kind of like. I think he could have done it.
Yeah.
There you go.
It wasn't different, but yeah, I could see that working.
Yeah.
And for the Fox Kids ones and stuff, if there's a good one, that's worth talking about. But yeah, I mean, I watched those bumpers still years later. It's like I like them only for nostalgia. There's not much to talk about though.
I know, well, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, there's a new M&M character. Her name is Purple, and she's a peanut M&M.
Oh.
They got the purple M&M. We did a whole bit with like the Batman and Joker like calling into like the equivalent of CNN on this talk show. And somehow they got into an argument about purple M&Ms. It's like, I want you, Joker's like, I want a trailer with nothing but purple M&Ms. And do they make purple M&Ms? I don't know. Give me some purple M&Ms. And Batman's like, you're not getting your purple M&Ms. So the fact that there's a purple M&M now, I'm looking it up right now. I don't care. I gotta know what the purple M&M looks like. I'm sorry. Why did they never make a purple M&M before? This is exciting. This is exciting.
M&M a peanut M&M too?
Yes. So now there's two.
So there's two of them. Is this his sister or his wife or something? It's gonna be
interesting. You know what? Not every female version of something has to be a sister or a wife, Walter, okay? Sometimes we can just exist.
I'm just saying.
Sometimes we can just be purple M&Ms and exist, okay?
Although I don't know, in the lineup here, it looks like Peanut or Yellow is pointing at her like, yeah, we're related, so who knows?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just saying, well, there you go, I guess.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Yes, first stream in forever. Missed you guys. And Walter, you and Rob never cease to amaze with your awesome fanscriptions. Thank you for such amazing content.
Thank you for watching. Yeah, me and Rob worked a lot on this last one for a very long time. He made over 900 pictures for that video. It's crazy.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you have a favorite painter? And if so, who and why?
Jesus. I mean, do I go for like the cliche of Van Gogh? I feel like there's got to be someone else, but
I mean,
what's it like? If you want to go for the dark twist, like Francis Bacon is great. Dali, I'm a big sucker for Dali. I mean, those are some good ones.
Yeah.
Daniel Grenchick, he's a great painter. He's my friend.
Okay. I'm smiling like I don't know who that is.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Nostalgia Ween for Over the Garden Wall.
I should watch it again. I liked it. I don't know if I'd have enough to like comment on or talk about, but I don't know if I watch it again, maybe I'd find more stuff. I feel like because it is very mysterious and odd. We'll see.
Rapid Gamer, thank you for the 100 bits. Ever plan on doing an Expendables month, Doug?
How many are there? 3? I don't think I'd be enough to fill a month. Oh, are they? Oh, Jesus. All right. The first one was good, then the second one started to lose it, and everyone says the third one's bad, so clearly the fourth one. You know, maybe it'll be like a lot of the other Stallone movies. Like, this will be where it starts to come back. Like, it'll start. No, wait. If it's like the Rocky movie, this has got to be like the craziest, weirdest one.
Right.
General Kenobi, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm in South Florida, out of the path of Ian. However, I do still get tropical storm force winds, so if I suddenly disappear, I lost power, and I'll catch my questions in the VOD. Well, stay safe.
No, yeah, no, please definitely stay safe. Absolutely.
Have Crooked Grin, thank you for the 100 bits. If you still have some spare space for Disney-cember, I would recommend a look at Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day.
This year I won't have space, but maybe next year I'll put it in there.
Okay. The Hour Man, thank you for the 50 bits. This is for Walter. Fanscription has been a huge inspiration of mine when it comes to writing, and I completed a story called What If Qui-Gon Jinn Became a Sith Lord? Anyway, Fanscription is awesome in all caps.
Thanks for watching. That's really cool that you would make something else. That's great.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 666 bits. I've noticed a trend with recent NC videos that a lot of the title cards change a few days after they're released. Why is that?
It's supposed to help with the algorithm. I forget how. I will say this: a lot of there were YouTube videos that used to pop up in my feed all the time, and then they just stopped. And I'll look at just months later, I'll be like, oh yeah, how come that person's videos? And I'm subscribed to them and stuff like that. But then randomly, I don't know, one of James's videos or something like that will pop up again. I remember his title cards, and they'll be changed up. So it's yeah, I guess it does help it pop up again or something like that. I don't know. It's just everybody's told to do it. It does seem to help. It's strange. YouTube is strange. We don't understand it. We're just trying to live with it.
Blake the Nothing, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey guys, Doug, not sure if you've been recommended this yet, but I really think you would enjoy Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, a new TV series. It's re-uploaded on YouTube, and it's incredibly disturbing and funny at the same time.
Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Okay. Okay, yeah, I've never even heard of this or anything. 2011. Okay, looks like kind of like a creepy Muppets or something. Okay, all right, this looks like fun.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Nostalgiaween for the ABCs of Death and the ABCs of Death 2.
I think somebody recommended those to me. I never have seen them. I'll try and check them out. I don't know how popular they are. Again, we want the stuff that's going to get clicks and stuff like that, but I'll check it out.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Walter! I remember on Twitter you took a pic with, I think it was Orange Cassidy off of AEW. What was that like?
It was CM Punk, and well, now he's embroiled in this whole controversy. When I talked to him, it was pretty much fine. I went to take off my mask. Was can I take off my mask? He was like, yeah. And I took the picture, and that was it. So, yeah.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Overall, which of the Fox X-Men movies is your favorite? This can include the Wolverine and Deadpool movies. Then Logan for me.
Absolutely.
First Class for me. Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, no, I just shouldn't say interesting. That's a really good one. That's his dinner. Thank you for the 50 bits. Great review of Princess and the Frog today. While I do like that film, the writing gets pretty generic in the swamp. The comedy is annoying. Charlotte is annoying. And good God, Ray is annoying.
I didn't quite get annoyed with Ray, and I was ready to. I'm not going to lie. Even in the teaser, when I saw him, I went, oh no. But I thought they're all passable, and I agree. When it's in the swamp, it's I wish they just kept it where she was human and he was the frog, and they had to figure out something with that. I don't know, that would have been more interesting to me.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Least favorite episode of classic SpongeBob?
Least favorite episode?
Yeah, that's more you, because I don't think I've seen enough SpongeBob.
Least favorite episode. Most of those classic SpongeBob episodes at least have a kernel of decency in them. So I can't even think of one I was like, boo. So I don't know. I can't think of any.
There was one where they go jellyfishing that I used to be super annoyed by, but that was also because my brothers were obsessed and they used to just run around the house and basically recite that episode.
Half the episodes.
I can't remember anything else besides it was mostly around them hunting jellyfish. I don't even know. I'm sorry. CM Sully, thank you so much for gifting those 5 subs. We really appreciate that. Thank you. General Kenobi, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, have you ever played the game Saints Row 4? It's a great game. One of the weapons is a dildo-shaped bat that you can kill people with.
Why is that sound? Saints Row 4? That sounds really familiar.
Walter, dreams do come true.
Man, looking at it, it's not ringing a bell, but it sounds really fucking familiar.
I
I don't know.
haven't.
I will try to play it and get back to you because yeah, I feel it's like triggering some kind of memory, but I can't remember what.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, I like that. I don't think it's like their strongest, but I think a lot of people remember it because of like the music in it, because the music's like super, super good.
Jockscab, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug, Heather, and a wild Walter. I want to start with an epiphany I had today. Toy Story 4 is the only Disney film that features both Key and Peele. Lion King, Rescue Rangers, Pinocchio. They all have Key, but no Peele. Twilight Zone theme plays.
That's right. It was all part of his Twilight Zone tie-in. Like he was in the Twilight Zone. I don't know. Cover that, Walter.
I wish the Toy Story 4 was in the Twilight Zone, so it wasn't canon.
Godzilla fan, thank you for the 50 bits. Just learned this fact. In Nightmare Before Christmas, the evil queen from Snow White is in the town hall scene. Really?
Really?
Interesting.
I gotta look that up. That's fascinating.
That is fascinating. Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, have you considered adding a Ryan Reynolds commercial to the commercial list? Because I think he's the greatest at marketing that I've ever seen.
I don't know what I'd be able to talk about. I don't know. I mean, they're just funny. Yeah, I don't know. I try to go more for like the nostalgic ones too. So yeah, not sure.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. One movie's gotta go. Brazil, Ed Wood, Dark Knight.
I haven't seen Brazil.
Me too, Walter. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Probably Dark Knight.
You know what? Get out of this chat right now, Doug.
No, okay,
kidding.
you haven't seen Brazil. Okay,
I haven't. You're right.
That's
You're
his favorite movie. Isn't that your favorite movie, Doug?
That's like my favorite.
Yeah.
Adam Gruther, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, have you considered playing any of the Simpsons games on Twitch now that they're owned by Disney?
Maybe somebody recommended that before. I never have played Hit and Run. It's funny. I played the Crazy Taxi knockoff, which I think was actually before Hit and Run. It was kind of the same idea, but you know, Crazy Taxi related. And I started Hit and Run years ago. I'm like, oh, this looks like fun, but it looks like a lot of work. I don't know. I'm in college. I don't have time for this. I never play it again, and everybody says it's like the greatest Simpsons game ever. So that might be a fun one to play.
Austin freaking Brown, thank you for the 100 bits. Level 7 or else. Thank you. Appreciate the hype for the level 7 hype train. I'm actually quite excited now that they've uncapped the hype trains. I'm curious to see how high we can get.
Yes.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Walter, where would you rank the Batman amongst all the live-action Batman movies? What's your top 3?
Oh, man. I did this when I first saw it, but now I can't remember what my ranking was. My top 3, Dark Knight's number 1. I think I love Batman Begins, so that's probably number 2. And probably the Michael Keaton Batman number 3. The Batman's like in the middle. Like it's better than the Schumacher movies, obviously. But it's better than Dark Knight Rises, obviously. So it's in there. It's in the middle.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Did Brad name his cat Lloyd before or after you named yours Buster and Chaplin?
Oh, long before. Again, just pure coincidence. So when we got Chaplin, we're trying to think of names. We're trying to think of things that are black and white, or just like, oh, Chaplin, like Charlie Chaplin. That sounds nice. And then when we got Buster, he came with the name Buster. So we're just like, oh, that's a sign. We got to get him. And then, yeah, everybody brings up, it's like, oh, and then you got like Lloyd, like Harold Lloyd is just like, oh, gee, what a great coincidence.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you so much for that 35-month subscription. Welcome back. 35 heckin' months. Good to see you, Walter. Great job on Fanscription.
Thank you so much.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 666 bits. So, Walter, I actually knew of you before you joined Channel Awesome on Real Reviews and your interview with Doug back in 2014. With that said, how did you start Real Reviews? And also, where did the idea for Fanscription come from?
Oh, boy. Real Reviews, I was working for the college I went to, the university, the Governor State University. And I just kind of pitched a show because I was already in the TV production department and they liked the idea of a student-run show. And I was like, let me review a movie every week. So I got to do that and eventually started to get to interview people, One of my coworkers went to high school with Malcolm. I interviewed Malcolm. I met Doug at the Angry Video Game Nerd movie premiere in Chicago, and then we set up the interview, and then that's how that happened. And then Fanscription, I had an idea for. I always wanted to do What If Apollo Creed Didn't Die in Rocky IV. Always wanted to do that. I was gonna do it on my own channel, but I talked to everyone around here, and they're like, "You should just do it for Channel Awesome." I was like, "Yeah, great." And then Rob, like a couple months later, because I was gonna come out with this when Creed 2 came out in November. Rob like messaged me before that and had like the exact same idea of doing a show, like a What If show. So we just combined our ideas, and I think he came up with a Fanscription name, and that's the short of it.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, you ever get a chance to watch Heart of Batman? The free YouTube doc about making Batman the animated series includes lots of animation studio details that you might like.
Yeah, I love that it opens with Tom Ruger as well. Like, there's no title card. It's just him looking at his phone saying, yeah, listen to this, listen to this. Tim Burton always wanted to make an animated Batman show, so he produced Batman the animated series, pitched it to Warner Brothers. That's not true. Like, that's how it opens. He's like, that's on Wikipedia. Just love that, the opening. Yeah, it is wonderful, and I thought I saw everything on Batman the animated series on the making of it and stuff, and yeah, it is really, really good.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Any clues as to what the next review will be? I know that it'll be Nostalgia-ween, but still.
Blah, blah, blah.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. With Hocus Pocus 2 coming out, which of the 4 returning actors do you think was the most entertaining in the original? Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, Kathy Najimy, or Doug Jones?
A toss-up between Bette Midler and Kathy Najimy. It's got to be Bette Midler. What am I talking about? It's the funny teeth. And the fact that she's she's the leader, she's the Mo and stuff like that. So I feel bad. Doug Jones's character, and it sounds weird because it's all the profile, but all he has is the physical acting, which is great, but it's like there's still no character to that zombie, which always annoys me. I wish they gave him more of a character. Maybe they'll do that in the sequel. I don't know.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Favorite line/scene from The Dark Knight? Is the Batman the best Batman film you've ever seen?
89 still my personal favorite. And best one from best one from Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, yeah, best line or scene from Dark Knight.
I don't know. I just kind of want to say like that whole chase scene on the motorcycle and the trucks and everything. I mean, just every time that scene starts, I'm just like engrossed in it. I mean, I'm just so sucked into it. So I guess I'll say that.
I think the Heath Ledger scene in the interrogation scene with him and Joker and Batman is always my favorite stuff. So you could quote any line from that, and these people will eat each other. Anything, it's great.
Small Movie Worlds, thank you so much for gifting those 10 subs.
Wow,
thank you.
So nice.
Super appreciate that. FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Are there any Nick Cage movies that are genuinely good?
Yes.
Oh, sure. Oh,
course.
yeah. I mean, look, he's an easy dude to kind of, make fun of the overacting. But, I mean, when he does, it's intentional. It's fun. But, I mean, like, Bringing Out the Dead is a wonderful movie. I actually do like Face Off, even though it's over the top. God, they have to go through like just the long line of movies. Leaving Las Vegas is very good.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Matchstick Men. No one ever talks about. It's also a Ridley Scott movie. I love that movie. It's a great movie, and he's the lead in it. So.
And with the adaptations, I mean, God, it's like you could just go down the list of how many good movies there are. Yeah.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. You know what would be fun for Heather to do this Halloween? Dress up as Scarlet Witch, have glowing red contacts, and chase the neighborhood kids screaming, "I'm gonna mind control this town and kill your families!" Ha ha ha!
Wow.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Great. I would love to, it's fine. Fun.
Cut to Heather in the jail cell.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 420 bits. Appreciate it. Doug, I finally got around to seeing War of the Roses recently after you covered it on Danny DeVito's Career Dive last year. And hot damn is it good. All the domestic flights were both crazy and hilarious. And that moment where Barbara teased Oliver that she may have cooked the dog made me both gasp and laugh out loud.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. You never know how far it's gonna go. Like, oh my gosh, is it gonna turn into a drama, or and then or it's gonna go for like a horror film or a laugh. I love you. Like, can't quite tell, and it could go either way.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. My brother told me about this Korean horror film he and his friends watched on Netflix. It's called Incantation, and I'm intrigued. Has anyone heard of it?
I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it, but I think I've heard good stuff about it.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, at some point, could check out Making Fiends on YouTube. Even though it's a short cartoon, I think it would make a good freak show cinema.
Yeah, I think it's been recommended before. I forget if I actually saved it though. I'll save it this time.
LJH, thank you for the 50 bits. Favorite Lost character? Mine was Sawyer.
Yeah, me too. Lawyer. So, Sawyer was great. Actually, I liked Ana Lucia, Michelle Rodriguez. She was somewhere where when, I don't know, spoiler, when she's no longer on the show, I'm always like, oh, I hope like she pops up in other stuff. Oh my gosh, she's so cool. And now it's like she's a name everybody knows. So I really like that.
Favara Films, thank you so much for the 35-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for everyone. Who would you say is the most evil character that you've played on the NC?
Zack Snyder.
Probably the NC.
Zack Snyder and the Nostalgia Critic. Those are some quality answers. I don't know, most evil character?
Or Uncle Wise, like a mix of him and Ask That Guy, probably.
Yeah. I guess
Dr.
Poison.
Probably, yeah, that's true. Or Jubileevil. I mean, it's
or
literally
Enchantress.
In the name. That's true, too. Yeah, doing the Macarena and everything.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 95 bits. Considering your shirt, Doug, what is your favorite Daria episode? And Beavis and Butthead episodes, I recently got Paramount Plus, and the new episodes are amazing. I recommend getting it just for that in the movie.
Really?
I do hear it's really good, actually. I remember one, because something very similar happened at our school, and it was very tragic, but there was a kid, some people liked him, some didn't, and he died very tragically. And the reactions from everyone was so strange because it was just such a range of reaction. I mean, this was a guy, like, he would get in trouble, like he beat up other kids and stuff like that, but like he was also loved by a bunch of like, other, kind of people that did the same thing. But then like he passed away, just very sudden, his tragic accident. And like people didn't know how to feel. Like, even the teachers didn't really know how to feel. And there was an episode about that in Daria, about this kid that like nobody liked, but then he died suddenly. And it was the same reaction where nobody knew how to feel. And it was just like, man, I just knew the show was good because we literally just went through this, and people were quoting it too. They're saying like, it's like that episode of Daria, right? It's just like that. So yeah, they really hit on something that was a very long lasting and very true.
Fantasy Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi guys, the scrapped test pilot for a Kingdom Hearts cartoon from the early 2000s has just been found, along with the cast list. There was going to be a cartoon about it if the game was a flop. A piece of lost media has been found.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And would he find Batgirl in that bin?
Yeah, right?
That's what I really want to see. Small Movie World, thank you for the 420 bits. Opinion on the Lethal Weapon films. Recently marathoned the series and loved them all, especially 1 and 2. Mel Gibson and Danny Glover have just pure perfect chemistry.
Yeah, 1 and 2 are kind of like legit, legit 80s good, you know what I mean? Where there's like a grittiness to them. And then after that, they get silly, but they're still fun. They're kind of like a parody of themselves. That's kind of what happens with movies from the 80s. You'll get like the Rocky films and stuff like that. So I like them.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you been to Disney World or Disneyland? And if so, what are your favorite rides?
Both. And I like the Haunted Mansion, probably both of them is my favorite. Mm-hmm. How about you two?
Haunted Mansion and Tower of Terror. Every place that I've gone.
Okay, so I've only been to Disneyland. My favorite one there is Pirates of the Caribbean. I am going to Disney World very soon. And we're gonna ride all the rides. And then I'll report back to you.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, could you make an NC review for The Ant Bully? It stars the voice actor of Aang from Avatar and Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I was just confusing that for Arthur and the Invisible. So I think it's another one I have on the list. It's another one of those where I'm always thinking, like, if I do this, it'll either get like a ton of hits, like, oh my God, I forgot about that movie, or everybody will be like, what the fuck is this? And like not click on it. So I'm always a little afraid to do it. But I've also never seen it. That's another reason. But I'll get to it at some point.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Nostalgiaween, old versus new for Candyman, NC Christmas for Rare Exports.
Rare Exports.
Rare Exports might be interesting. I don't know if we've ever done a film with subtitles. So that might be kind of fun. I mean, with Candyman, it's going to be the original ones. Even the new ones, I think the new one worked just enough. It's weird. It came out a year ago, and I'm already like struggling to remember it. I remember some images, but not like a ton else. Where with the first one, it's just like so haunting and so uncomfortable. Like, I don't know. I just wasn't expecting that from like, a supernatural slasher flick. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really love that one. That's like one of my favorite slasher movies.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. With a Mortal Kombat 2021 sequel announced a while back, are you looking forward to what they add, or would you prefer them to reboot and just start from scratch? I wouldn't want them to reboot it again. Like, that new Mortal Kombat movie wasn't bad. It was all right.
Yeah, it was a total middle of the road. I'd like them to up something, like really like learn the lessons of this last one, because there's a lot of things that worked, but there was a lot of stuff that didn't either. I'd really like them to focus on the stuff that did and be like, okay, let's up this. Let's up the ante a little bit here. And the stuff that didn't work, just get rid of that.
Adam Grunther, oh, I just read that. Sorry. Small Movie World, thank you for the 420 bits. Your favorite Rachel Teets moment in NC that's not the Nutcracker review. I always thought she was hilarious in the Shining miniseries.
That's pretty funny. I'm trying to remember. One that Rob always quotes is the milk what the fuck one, where like it's going through the stages of like, you may think you're big now, big brother, but I'm drinking milk, and somehow it just results in her being like homeless on the street with her only friend, the glass of milk. And I'm like, how the hell did we get to this point? And she played it all so perfectly. That's probably it.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on Night Gallery?
Oh man, I've been wanting to watch Night Gallery for so long. I haven't been able to yet. So that's been high on the list for a long time.
I like it. I think I only got through season 2 though. I hear it kind of gets bad after that. And I do have them all. I guess I could still watch them, but they're not Twilight Zone good, but they are pretty damn good.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 50 bits. I picked up some new films for my collection that I haven't seen before. What do you think of these films? Super 8 and Hacksaw Ridge.
I never did see Hacksaw Ridge. I think I heard that one's pretty good. And I like Super 8. I'm liking it more now because when Stranger Things came out, everybody was saying, oh, it's like Super 8. It's like Super 8. And now when people are like, what's Super 8? They're like, oh, it's like Stranger Things. And I want to say, no, Super 8 was first, man. They did it first. So I kind of want to give it a little bit more credit. Though Stranger Things is kind of better.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Galaxy Quest or Spaceballs? Fun fact, the guy in the diner in Spaceballs is the same actor from Alien. That's why when he says, oh no, not again.
Yeah. The guy ever go on to anything? John Hurt? Yeah, I don't know. He needs more attention. Yeah, Spaceballs for me. Galaxy Quest is fine. I never got into it like everyone else did, but it's okay. Maybe that's another one that somebody asked before, where it's like, it's fine, but it never grabbed me.
It's Spaceballs for me all day, every day. Talking of Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. I finally seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, and it's pretty good. Between it and Doctor Strange 2, no one is going to address the lives the bad women has ruined in the different universes.
The lives that... Oh, yeah. I mean, in Doctor Strange, it's like, okay, it's a Marvel movie, whatever. in the other one, I don't know. You could always be like, well, the universe is all, that's how it's supposed to work. It's how it's not supposed to work. That's kind of the idea. There's a lesson, there's not a lesson. It's everything everywhere at once, So I feel like in a strange way, it kind of acquits itself.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Can you name a movie that was terrible except for one performance? It was a bad movie, but one performance was
Malcolm
good.
was supposed to make a whole show about this, and he's never done it.
I haven't seen it, but and maybe I'm wrong because a lot of audiences seem to like it. That Don't Worry, Darling. I hear the script's not good, but the performances are like phenomenal. Which actually does make me want to check it. I do and I don't want to check it out because I feel like I already know what the twist is and what's gonna happen because everybody's like, it's exactly what you think it is. I'm like, I know, but so maybe I'll still check it out because I hear it's supposed to look really nice and the acting's good.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 420 bits. Doug, how were you and Rob introduced to Ralph Bakshi, and what was your first reaction to some of his more provocative works like Fritz the Cat?
Provocative.
I think it was Lord of the Rings, actually. And then Fritz the Cat, I didn't see that. The first time I saw it, I think I was like early high school, so I didn't really get it. And I didn't dislike it, I just didn't understand it. And then I saw it years later, and I'm like, okay, actually, I really like this. But I think the only thing maybe I kind of grew up with him was he did a Mighty Mouse cartoon for Fox years ago, which was really strange. It had a Ren Stimpy vibe. I do remember it being kind of fun.
Jack's Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. Now that we can hear you, Doug, best good Shyamalan movie or worst bad Shyamalan movie?
I mean, Sixth Sense is still probably his best. In terms of like funniest one, it's either The Happening or Old. I know some people that legit really like Old, but I don't know. It made me laugh so hard. She was only just alive.
She was just. I gotta see Old. I was dragged to the theater to see The Happening. Like I was forced to go see it, and it was just like, why are we here? But it was pretty funny. I always loved Unbreakable. Was always my favorite Shyamalan movie.
Mm.
And then Lady in the Water is also really, really funny. I keep forgetting about that.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Are you going to review the 90s X-Men cartoon for Disneycember?
Probably not. Honestly, I'm only doing X-Men Evolution because everyone's just told me to see it. So I'm like, all right, I'll cheat a little bit here. But hey, you know what? I always cheat the rules further and further back. So maybe at some point I will. I mean, I've talked about it several times on NC. So yeah, I'm not sure how much else I can really talk about with it.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Hint for next week's NC.
Blah, blah, blah.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, remember in your NC review for Avatar 2009, you mentioned unique characters and or environments is what makes good world building. After watching Amphibia, wouldn't you agree it falls into that list? It's more original with its world building than most.
Yeah, eventually. Again, I felt the first season was kind of lacking with that, but then afterwards it expands more. So yeah, no, I put it in there.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which X-Men villain that we haven't seen in a movie do you want to see go up against Wade and Logan the most in Deadpool 3? Mojo, Mr. Sinister, or Omega Red?
Oh shit. Okay, so for the actual fight itself, I'd say Omega Red. For comedy, I'd probably say Mojo.
It'd be cool to see Mr. Sinister show up because he's such a presence in like, the 90s comics and stuff. That would be cool.
No, I love Mr. Sinister, but for like Deadpool and Wolverine to fight, it's like, yeah, one of those I would think.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Can you name a movie that was good except for one performance? So now it's the opposite. The movie's good, but one performance is bad.
One that's jumping out to me, Big Eyes, which was an okay movie, and then bizarrely Christoph Waltz is just awful, like weirdly awful. Like you have to kind of see it to believe it. Like what the hell is going on here? I can't. Like he either got just the wrong idea in his head and Burton never corrected him, or Burton just convinced him to do something that was just completely bonkers and didn't match anything else.
I'd probably say almost any movie that Jared Leto is in.
Rapid Gamer, thank you for the 100 bits. I wonder if a future Nostalgiaween you'll review the Halloween anime short film, Kakurenbo Hide and Seek.
Don't think I've ever seen it. Probably not, because yeah, I don't know how popular it is. Again, we got to ride the algorithm like everyone else does. So, also, if it's an anime, animes get copyright claim like right away usually. So probably not.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think you'll review the original Aladdin now that the 30th anniversary is around the corner?
Do
Do it. I'll probably do Little Mermaid. And again, the tie-in with the movie coming out. Maybe Aladdin, because I feel like there's stuff I can talk about with that. Yeah, we'll see.
LJH, thank you for the 50 bits. Favorite South Park joke? Mine's when Cartman made that one kid eat his own parents.
That is pretty. I know what you're talking about. That is pretty great. Man. Oh, I gotta. I mean, half of them I feel like I can't say here. Man, that is a really good one, because that's like just a great revenge story. Okay, going into that joke when Cartman is eating the chili and says, yeah, I switched it out with chef's chili. It's delicious, chef. I didn't plan on that. But what I did plan on was blah, blah, blah. Like, it was just a little throwaway joke that killed it. It's all these little throwaway jokes I think I actually like the most in South Park.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which animated musical is Randy Newman's music more distracting in? Princess and the Frog or James and the Giant Peach?
Oh, James and the Giant Peach.
I agree.
My name is James. Oh, that's a great way to start a song. Yeah, remind yourself of that. Oh, God, it's so terrible. Okay, sorry.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Who wins for least convincing high school cast, Grease or the Sam Raimi and Mark Webb Spider-Man movies? Grease, my God.
Probably Grease. Yeah. Not that either are very convincing, but yeah, Grease is hilariously not convincing.
Godzilla fan, thank you for the 50 bits. For all three, what movie has the worst wig that you've ever seen?
Oh, I've seen some bad wigs. Let me think. Man.
I mean, sorry, go ahead.
One just recently that I can't remember what it is now. I'm blanking.
I saw one in it was where I was looking at Addams Family, the original, and the wig on Christina Ricci weirdly is not put on right. Like, you can see her real hair under it sometimes. Like, that was a little weird. I don't know if that's the worst, but it's one that's popping in my head.
Yeah.
I can't come up with anything right now, but there's a few that have stuck out to me like hardcore over the past couple of years, and I cannot remember what it is now. I guess it didn't stick out that much, huh?
WWE, thank you for the 50 bits. I know you reviewed Do the Bartman music video, so would you review other music videos in the future, maybe even Thriller?
Ooh.
I'm shocked that one didn't get hit by copyright, because most music videos do. I don't know why. I was just in a mood to talk about that. But yeah, I usually won't do music videos because they usually do get hit by copyright a lot. So yeah, probably not. Copyright claims is what I mean.
Oh, Fantastic.
Oh, yes.
They had a bad wig?
Yeah, Kate Mara, is that the girl's name? The actress's name? The Invisible Woman. Like, when they did the reshoots, they put this wig on her, and it's terrible. It's truly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jocks Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. Since Walter's here, I have a suggestion for a potential April Fool's fanscription. What if Jar Jar was actually a Sith?
We haven't done a joke fanscription since what if Zack Snyder directed Avengers Infinity War. But that would be cool to do that, though. That'd be pretty funny.
Alex Loves Musicals, thank you for the 100 bits. Walter, I really loved your Haunted Mansion fanscription. Huge fan of the ride and did not like the Eddie Murphy movie.
Yeah, I think we're all in that same boat. Yeah, Rob wrote a really good story for that. He incorporated the Big Thunder Mountain into it. Like, it was a really cool crossover of the lore from the rides. It was awesome.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. In Batman Episode 8, The Forgotten, two guys tried to escape while being chased to some excellent harmonica music. The chase scene was like something out of a prison movie set in Louisiana, Mississippi, or Kentucky. Would you three please give us your best impersonation of prison guards in such a manhunt with Southern accents?
Oh, I thought you were going to say do a harmonica accent. I was like, "Wah!" That's about the best I can do.
They're getting away! Stop them over there! I don't know.
Oh, Hannibal! even know what accent that is.
That guy's chin looks like Batman's chin. I swear it does. Idiot.
You idiot! Why would Batman let you see his chin? No.
Idiot.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Last week there was an announcement of an Iron Man game. Many people are concerned that it might end up like the Avengers game. How would you make it unique? And can you avoid the pitfalls of being an MCU clone?
I'm sure there's a way, but you'd have to really think outside the box. Yeah, and I haven't played, I mean, even though I'm playing more on Twitch, I haven't played a ton of them, so I'm not the guy to ask.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's less of how do you break out of the MCU, especially for video games, how you break out of being an MCU clone, and more of like, how do you break out of being just another variation of a Batman Arkham game? Because I love Spider-Man PS4, but it is kind of just another variation of the Batman Arkham games. And like, I'm really excited for Gotham Knight, but it's probably just gonna be a variation of like what you do in the Arkham games. So like, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But Guardians was actually really good. I just finished Guardians, and it was good.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What's a movie that you unironically love despite everyone else saying it's garbage? For me, it's X-Men Apocalypse. Don't judge me.
I was saying if you like it. I'm trying to think of one. And I totally acknowledge this is probably because I haven't read the book. I really liked Ender's Game.
Sorry.
Everyone that's read the book is just like, fuck that movie. It's like
that's what that hearty laugh was.
Yeah, no, I believe you. For me, I liked it because it really did show what I was missing in the Harry Potter movies. Again, I don't know about the books, where how much of yourself do you give up to kind of win a battle, and how much do you ethically leave behind in order to do what you perceive is right? Like, how much of humanity do you give up to save humanity? And I really thought that talked about that, especially from a kid's point of view, and then the nice twist at the end it was a nice way to kind of wrap that all up. But again, I've not read the book. I hear the books are even darker and meaner, so I should probably read it at some point, because I actually did like the movie.
It's always when this kind of question comes up, a lot of the time I say Rocky 5 because I do love Rocky 5. But I understand why people don't like it. It was the break in tradition and all that stuff. There's no in-ring fight at the end, and there is some stuff about it that doesn't work. But some of the best scenes in all of Rocky are in Rocky 5. Like the when he goes back with to Mick's gym, and we have that flashback. It's one of the best scenes in the entire franchise. So I always say Rocky 5 is on the top of my list for that.
And does it also have the great line where after they go up the stairs, he says, there really is some great art in there.
Yeah. I never knew there's valuable pictures in this building. Yeah.
We are going to have to pick it up a little bit. We are an hour behind. That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 50 bits. What do you think of the new Halloween Ends trailer? It looks just like another Halloween film.
Didn't see it.
Think? Yeah, that's all they are to me. I don't know. I never got into the Halloween series that much. First one's great, now I'm just like, after that.
Sailor Aaron, thank you so much for the 20-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Woohoo! 20 months. Also, Doug, just watched your review of Princess and the Frog. Made me so happy. One of my favorite Disney movies. It was also a great theater experience being a Louisianian? Sorry. When I saw it back in 2009.
Nice. Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Lime Spice Latte, thank you for the 50 bits. Popsicle. Blah.
Yes, I'm reviewing Popsicle.
Your Extra Joe, thank you for the 50 bits. Adam Grunther, if it makes you feel better, I love X-Men Apocalypse unironically. Judge me all you want. I don't care.
There you go. Like it all you want.
Like anything that you want. Don't let this asshole on the internet tell you otherwise. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. I feel like Lyle Crocodile will be this year's Clifford the Big Red Dog. Don't know that movie existed? No one will blame you.
Oh, no, I have a screener for it coming up Monday, so I'll give you my thoughts.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I love Dave Batista, line from Knock at the Cabin trailer, something like, we've been chosen because we've had a call that we could no longer ignore. That feels hilariously schlocky.
No, it's not we've been chosen, we have been chosen. Okay, it doesn't combine words. Doesn't sound serious enough.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen the YTP of your The Room review where Tommy Wiseau becomes Mommy Wiseau?
No, I think I missed that one. I have seen many YTPs of me, though.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. I've been seeing so many ads for that new horror flick Smile. Doesn't look that special to me. Sure, smiling can be eerie, but when it's the focal point of your movie, I don't know. What do you guys think?
It looks like fun to me. I'll probably do like a vlog review of that because I gotta do Hocus Pocus too. But I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I mean, I love creepy ass smiles. I do them like half the time. So yeah,
Right.
of course I'm gonna love it.
It's been advertised all over the place, though. You're right. I've seen it everywhere.
Everyone's telling me that too. I must just be not all over the place because I keep missing it.
I just got served my first trailer for it today.
Oh, that's funny.
Alex the Animator, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, tell me your thoughts on Disney's upcoming animated feature next year, Wish. Everyone else too.
Wish?
Wish, yeah, they just announced it at D23. Looks, it sounds interesting to me. I don't think we know terribly enough about it to like start making decisions or thoughts about it, but I'm excited for it. I always like, they're kind of going back to a more traditional feel and finding their roots in like the wishes of people, and
yeah, it's an interesting concept.
I'm intrigued.
I haven't heard anything about it, so I will try to look into it more.
LJH, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, cool, you got Zack Snyder.
Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. In Batman episode 17, See No Evil, invisibility technology was developed. And I was thinking, it poisons living beings only if it touches their bare skin. So what if Batman applied it to remote-controlled surveillance drones?
I'm pretty sure he used that technology, like in Justice League, they reference it or something like that.
Oh.
There you go.
Cool. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What is an over-the-top performance that you love that is actually great and not because it's so bad it's good? For me, it's Mr. T as Clubber Lang in Rocky 3.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh man. I mean, something like all the Jokers, maybe like Jack Nicholson as Joker and stuff like that. Probably Nicholson especially because he hit just the right amount of goofy but also sinister.
Captain Jack Sparrow is probably like a textbook example of that.
Yeah.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. It's time to play pretend. Heather, you play the role of Alfred, and Doug, you play Batman. In this scene, Batman is sniffing hair stolen from Simon Trent, aka the Great Ghost. You may improv when ready.
Oh my.
Smells so good.
What are you doing?
I can't help it. It smells just like Adam West. It's nostalgic somehow.
I'll let you have that. That's great. KP, thank you for the 100 bits. If you didn't do this Nostalgia-ween, maybe next year you can do a rendition of the Headless Horseman song. I did just come up with the opening, which I'll add to the comments, and I think it got deleted. Oh, hello? You okay?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just totally didn't hear you guys for a second.
You glitched for a second there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the question. I'm so sorry then.
That's okay. If you didn't do it this Nostalgia-ween, maybe next year you can do a rendition of the Headless Horseman song. I did just come up with the opening, which I'll add to the comments, and I think they got timed out in the comments, so they're going to add it in the bit messages coming up. Alex the Animator.
Gotcha.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying we actually did talk about that as an option at one point.
Oh, yeah. Alex the Animator, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, have you seen the show Supernatural? That show once did a crossover with Scooby-Doo, and it turned out really good.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I guess people that watch it really, really love it. Like, it definitely has a following.
I haven't either. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. When I saw TP and TF back in 2009, The Princess and the Frog, that's what it is. Back in 2009, it was such a great experience. I was with my older sister, Megan, my 2 cousins, my mom, and we were among others who were having such a good time laughing at the jokes and enjoying the beautiful animation, characters, etc. We, among other theater patrons, gave a big standing ovation at The Dreams Do Come True in New Orleans' final reprise.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know. There's just such a good, snuggly feeling when you see like a hand-drawn movie on the big screen. Yeah. I don't know. It's such a good feeling.
Mm-hmm. Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Guys, I'm worried. Where's Rob? He's just got another obligation on Wednesday nights, so that's all. He's fine. KP Cruck, thank you for the 50 bits, and this is part of the Headless Horseman song. Just gather round and we'll extemporate something inside the studio when it gets late. In October, all these days, girls and boys get together for their nightly matinees. There's films and shows that'll bleed your eyes, some with budgets about the size. More to be continued. Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. In Batman episode 19, Prophecy of Doom, Nostromos claims to predict an economic collapse in the West, and I'm thinking, what if that collapse actually happened simply to teach Nostromos a lesson?
How about it, Walter?
Yeah. I mean, maybe it happened, and this is the alternate universe that it actually happened in. Yeah, that was not a great episode of that show, I gotta say.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Who is your favorite opponent from the Rocky movies? For me, it's Clubber Lang. He's just so much fun to watch and probably the only character from the Rocky movies who's just genuinely a shitty person.
Well, Ivan Drago killed Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
Wow, spoilers, but okay, no, just kidding, I'm kidding.
No, I mean, opponent, I gotta say Apollo. He's not really a villain, but he is one of Rocky's opponents, and he became, like, he got his own movies, kind of, a spin-off of his own series with his offspring. So I love Apollo Creed, I love Carl Weathers, so I gotta go Apollo Creed.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mr. T, but I think you're right, because he is an opponent. He's not a villain, but he is technically an opponent, and he has this arc, and he's really interesting, he has layers to him, so you're right, yeah, I agree with you.
KP Cruck, thank you for the 50 bits, and this is a continuation of the Headless Horseman song. Some are gold, and some really suck, and some just make you shout out, what the fuck? I'm telling you, brother, it's quite the scene watching what he'll do this Nostalgia-ween.
That's good. It's really not bad.
This is verse 3. Looking forward to it.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. For NC commercials, you should review some of the over-the-top drug PSAs. There was a Spanish language one against meth I once saw where a doll was being dissolved / melting in liquid meth, I think.
Jesus. We usually get some of that. We did like a top 11 drug PSAs like years ago, like maybe year 1 of the NC. So we talked about them.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. What movie property that's not MCU or Star Wars related do you want to throw the Predator in? I'm curious how a Resident Evil movie would turn out if you toss a Predator in one of those films.
Like in it, Miss Marvel. Just have her fight the Predator. I don't know. That'd be fun.
It said that's not an MCU or Star Wars related.
I thought it was MCU or
No.
Star Wars.
Runner.
The Princess and the Frog.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Blade Runner. That's a good one, Walter.
Blade Runner versus Predator. Let's go.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. My favorite jokes in The Princess and the Frog when Louis explain he tried to perform once and then he gets shot at. It didn't end well, and when Tiana and Naveen meet Ray and Naveen say that come from a faraway place, Ray replies, "Go to bed, y'all from Shreveport." The whole theater was laughing when he said that.
I'm not even sure I get that one. I like the one where he says the whole thing happened, like, talk to a voodoo man and turn me into a frog, and then she kissed me, turned to a frog too, and he just goes, well, there you go. I don't know why that made me laugh.
KP Cruck, thank you for the 50 bits. I know I've brought up The Chosen a few times and I can't recommend it enough. They just finished filming the 3rd season, which will premiere in December.
Was it again?
The Chosen. The Chosen.
Boy, that one's not ringing the bell. No, not ringing the bell. I will try to watch it.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Speaking of which, what is the next month going to be on?
Pirates of the Caribbean. We're doing a Pirates of the Caribbean month.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, isn't that fun? General Kenobi, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for all of you. What are some of your favorite comfort foods? I like a good carb on cheese moment. So macaroni and cheese, a grilled cheese, like a loaded baked potato with just lots of cheese and bacon.
Milkshakes.
Ooh.
And cookies. Chocolate chip cookies.
Yes. God help you if there was no chocolate chips. I get if we're just talking about like, hey, we're not getting like great food. We're just talking about like, just some junk comfort food or something like that. Terrible confession. I love chicken McNuggets, and I don't know why. I know there's no chicken in them at all, but it got me by the nostalgia, man. I don't know. I still think back to being a little kid, having a little sweet and sour sauce. I'm totally a simp for it.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits in dark tone. Doug, you have the nuclear launch codes. You will be tortured until you relinquish them. Heather, Walter, sing the Whip and Stir song from the Star Wars Holiday Special continuously.
I don't know. Is it just the whip?
It's just stir,
Yeah,
whip,
whip,
stir,
whip.
whip. Yeah, that's it.
Whip, whip, stir.
Whip, stir. There you go.
Okay, the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You've been tortured.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 50 bits. How about an MCU month?
I think you need an MCU decade.
Yeah, right.
Really.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. My sister got some Mountain Dew mystery flavor. I like it. It tastes quite sour and tangy. Then I told her for the mystery flavor next year, they should just get some vinegar, carbonate it, and then ship it out.
Who's to say that's not what that was?
Right? Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Are you going to review the Daredevil show or Jessica Jones for Disney-cember by any chance?
I think somebody was talking about that before, like a possibility. So, well, clearly somebody's entered the studio.
Yeah.
Hi. Look, everyone.
It's a Jim! It's a rare Jim!
All right. Get all your Jim questions out, everybody. Jim questions.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits in dark tone. Heather, now it's time for you to ascend and take your rightful place as the nostalgia critic. Decapitate the non-believer! All right, wait, hold on. I can actually do this. Give me a second. Ha ha, Doug has no head. All right, there we go. That's all. Decapitated him.
I just heard Jim say,
General Kenobi, thank you for the 50 bits. Walter, I have an idea for a fanscription where the animated series Joker and the animated series Kingpin join forces, and it's up to the respective Batman and Spider-Man to stop them. What are your thoughts on this?
Sounds like an amalgam comic from the 90s. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Adam, because somebody did ask. I probably will do Daredevil and Jessica Jones, like maybe next year or something like that. Yeah, because I was thinking about that.
Oh, yeah. Did I read that question and just skipped over it, or did my brain?
Well, we had a Jim walk in, so.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's
okay.
Jim?
Yep. There we go. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which Karate Kid villain do you like more, John Kreese or Terry Silver? Dang, I just finished season 5. It's Terry Silver.
Don't tell me the ending yet. I didn't finish this new season yet.
It's still Terry Silver.
Me too.
Probably Terry Silver at this point, yeah.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Walter, any chance you remember Beetleborgs? Doug, it's like if Power Rangers meets the monsters from Monster Squad. It's hilarious.
Big Bad Beetleborgs. I tried to go back and watch that after I was an adult, and it's like awful. But maybe it'll be funny bad enough for you to get material out of. I don't know.
Maybe it's like another Goosebumps or something. We'll see.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 50 bits. What's the funniest video you've seen of yourself that somebody else has posted on YouTube?
Some of those YouTube poops are pretty funny. Like from years ago. There's one. This dude did this animation. It's really funny. Like I got the huge cheeks and like the big teeth and everything, and I'm there and zooming in. I give this evil smile. It's just zooming in. The music's really dark and creepy, and I just strip naked, go run and go, fall over and explode. That's it. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's amazing.
Okay.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which DreamWorks sequel do you like the most? Shrek 2, Kung Fu Panda 2, or How to Train Your Dragon 2?
Oh man. It's either Shrek 2 or Kung Fu Panda 2. Shrek 2 I think is funnier and probably left a bigger impact on me in terms of comedy. So I guess I'll go with that.
Honest Reviewer, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 for Nostalgiaween to contrast with the Munsters.
But I got the Munster, so I feel like I gotta do that. Yeah, I'm gonna be reviewing that.
Oh wait, is Jim still here? Jim, there's a question for you. I'll go out of order. I rarely go out of order, but I'll go out of order for this one. Jim, what's the weirdest thing Doug has ever asked you to make for an NC video?
That's a good question.
Yeah, this one I've gotten this one a few times. I think the oddest one was the vocal bone of a velociraptor if it was Keanu Reeves. That was, I think, the description I had to make a prop for.
And you made it perfect, and you still got it. You still got it in the little case there, yeah.
Whoa.
Thanks, Jim. I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Will you check out the Home Alone ripoff titled Alone for Christmas? It's so bad, it's a good movie in so many ways, it's hilarious.
I haven't even heard of that one. I'll try to check it out.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. What are some of the things you've seen in movies that you personally want as a mainstream trope that hasn't been explored? I think a bad guy from the first act of a film or a previous film and trilogy/franchise coming in as a deus ex machina to save the protagonist should be a trope seen more often.
I like those. The alliance of convenience is always what we called it. I want to see. I mean, I don't know. I don't think this would be a bad trope, but I want to see two characters, they meet, they fall in love, and then the focus of the romance is after they fall in love, because that's the interesting shit. Not will someone ask them to go on a date? Like, who gives a shit? Just get there already. You know you're going to get there. Let's actually see the meat of the relationship, see if they get along. Like, I hate how they'll just drag something out forever and just be like, well, will he ask her out? It's like, no, screw that. We know it's going to happen. Just get to whether or not they're actually a good couple. Like, that's the legit interesting drama and some of the most romantic stuff because they can work through things.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Walter, how does Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone compare to Rod Sterling's?
Rod Sterling's. You know what? I tried watching the Jordan Peele one. And I got about 2/3 away through the first season. I just couldn't do it. I'll go back and do it eventually, but I really, really didn't like it. So it favors poorly in comparison.
I heard it's not that great, yeah.
Yeah.
Blake the Nothing, thank you for the 100 bits. Why is Brazil your favorite movie? I know nothing about it.
I mean, check it out. Honestly, it almost explains itself when you see it. It's pretty much 1984. It feels a very dark comedy. The visuals are amazing. It's very cartoony, but it's very twisted and odd, but it also has this very adult, universal way of looking at things where bureaucracy is just sort of beating everything down. I mean, it's like all of this imagery in the movie, pretty much. So it's really, really good.
Noff Noff, thank you for the 50 bits. To Doug, I recommend this cartoon back at C2E2 in 2022, Far-Fetched. They just came out with a music video, Adventricler, by the band Seamoid. Check it out, it's rockin'.
Okay, Far-Fetched cartoon. I will try to check it. Oh, I kind of recognize this. Or do I? Maybe I don't. I'll try to check it out.
Alan, thank you for the 100 bits. First off, everyone at Channel Awesome, great job on the fanscription. I cannot wait for the other parts. Now, Doug, are you going to do a review of Hocus Pocus 2 this weekend? And Walter, will you do a fanscription for the Pirates of the Caribbean movies?
Oh, you want to go first, Doug?
Yes, your turn.
I've had a couple ideas about it, but I don't know what's a good hook for it yet. So maybe eventually we'll do
you just answered it. What if Jack Sparrow met Captain Hook?
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I think that might have been one of the ideas I wrote down for a long time ago. But I think that they tried to suggest that one of the characters in one of the sequels was Captain Hook, but they didn't say that it was him. It just looked like him, and like people said that it was supposed to be him. So
yeah, Jonathan Pryce has like the Captain Hook outfit on, but it's not him. It's hey, that's the main character in Brazil. It all tied together.
Right. Well, what if Captain Jack went to Neverland or something?
There you go.
Yeah.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, I think the best thing about The Worthless from Brave Little Toaster is the rhyme scheme. I absolutely love how the lyrics flow. Pico, let's go up to Zuma. From Zuma to Yuma. The Ruma was I had a hand in the lay of the lands. The assonance and appropriate rhymes are chef kiss.
Yeah, no, it's a really, really good song. I agree.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Who was your fave person to interview on Shut Up and Talk?
Andre, the episode that never got released. Episode I edited and never was released.
Did we never release that one?
No, I finished
Oh,
it.
sweet.
No one ever put it.
Oh, well, maybe we should go find that. Yeah, it's weird we didn't do that. I did like the one with James was pretty nice because it is like just talking to a friend. Or actually, Dante was really cool because we got him to talk a little bit about like Robin Williams and stuff like that after his passing and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Most of the people I talk to are real delightful people. So yeah. Oh, and then Wassell was very surreal, as you would imagine.
KP Kruk, thank you for the 50 bits. Would you consider reviewing the anime film adaptation of the game Dante's Inferno? It's sort of based on the game, and each part of the film that shows the next circle of hell, the anime style changes through, I believe, 9 co-directors that changed the style each level.
Oh, that's a cool idea. I might check that out. That sounds pretty cool.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Walter, have you ever played Batman Arkham Origins? It's a super underrated Batman game. It has one of my favorite DLCs in a video game. It's a Mr. Freeze story called Cold Cold Heart. Maybe you can play it on Friday or Tuesday with Heather?
I mean, I would love to get into those Arkham games. I tried
They're
like
so
back in the
good.
Xbox 360 days, and then I just fell off. So I got to get back on it. I might get into like all of those games eventually. That would be fun.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Follow up, I know you said no movie scenes from Dark Toons, but can you make an exception for the entire worthless scene from Brave Little Toaster? It's a goldmine of little touches.
Because I talk about it in NC, I don't know how much more detail I go in. I will say this, looking at Princess and the Frog again, the villain song, and that's one where I'm like, oh man, that'd be fun to maybe talk about that, and maybe the villain death too. So we'll see. Maybe I'll incorporate that into.
Cypher, thank you for the 100 bits. Absolutely loved the new fanscription. All my friends got together to watch it last night. Just loved it. And I'm so proud of the work everyone did on it. Thanks, everyone, especially Walter and Rob.
Oh, thanks, guys. And it really was a big team effort because we got everybody involved in that one. So thank you for watching. We appreciate it.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh shit, I just realized. Is the scene from Mac and Dennis Move to the Suburbs where Mac tells Dennis that he cooked their dog into the mac and cheese a reference to War of the Roses?
Maybe. I feel like that's been a thing for a long time, cooking a pet into something or cooking a person into something and you just ate them, so yeah, I don't know. Actually, even in Titus Andronicus, it's a Shakespearean as well.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. How much would it take for the NC crew to spend the night in Dracula's real-life castle?
How much would we pay you or you pay us? Because I'd gladly pay to do that.
I would do it. LJH, thank you for the 50 bits. Favorite piece of the NC outfit? This is a very important question.
The hat, I guess. Because it is hard finding another hat like that. Every time I order one, it's always either too big or bulky or it looks weird or something like that. So it's surprisingly tricky to find.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Heather, I don't know how you'll react to this. Are you familiar with Maya? I know I never can say her name right, but with Mayim Bialik. She's on the host from Jeopardy and Amy from Big Bang Theory. I can never say her name, I'm sorry. I am familiar with her. She kind of bugs me, and I recently realized why. She reminds me of you, except she's not as funny, starred in the worst sitcom ever, and uses her PhD for clout.
Wow,
I will take that as a compliment.
I know nothing about her, so.
Reminds me of you. But
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 50 bits. So Marvel's Werewolf by Night was shown at a film festival called Fantastic Fest. Critics are saying it's great because it's so different from the typical Marvel project, and it's a very self-contained story with gore and blood, but in black and white.
I've heard that.
Looks like fun to me. Yeah.
Michael Giacchino, the composer, directed it too, which is pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Okay.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Will you review Freebirds this Thanksgiving?
Forgot that was even a thing. Maybe not this one, but maybe a following one, because yeah, that's probably nostalgic now.
Randacy Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Doug and Co. I was wondering if you've ever heard of Nightmare Ned, a Disney cartoon before they had Disney Channel. All of the episodes are archived on YouTube, and was wondering if you'd review it for next Disney December. Nightmare Ned.
What's that? Nightmare Ned. Let me see.
Yep.
No, not ringing a bell at all. I guess I'll look into it.
Tenko, thank you for that 16-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Finally got a moment to check out a stream. How are y'all doing? Special guest Walter? Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What was your favorite universe from Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Favorite. The hot dog fingers universe, hated that.
You hated hot dog figures universe?
God. Ugh. Too much.
That was pretty funny.
I thought it was
And for me,
hilarious.
I think and I knew the joke was coming, and it still made me laugh. The raccoon, a Tui, whatever it was. That was such a good payoff. That was so funny.
The universe when they were all rocks. That's my favorite universe.
Oh,
I actually
yeah,
like
that
that
was
one
a good
too.
one.
That was weirdly relaxing.
Rapid Gamer, thank you for the 100 bits. I have to ask Doug and Walter, what did you think of Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone?
We talked about it. Yeah, not a fan.
General Kenobi, thank you for the 50 bits. Other than live action Simba going, no. What's a moment that was meant to be sad but you laughed your ass off?
Jeez.
My friends didn't let me live this down for a long time. We went to go see A Walk to Remember, which is a very cliche romantic comedy movie. And at some point, this girl, I mean, like, I'm not spoiling anything. You can figure out what happens in this movie. She wants to get married before she dies, and she's got like a terminal illness. So there's a scene where she's like walking down the aisle with her husband or her like, husband or whatever, and everyone's crying, and I am bawling because I'm laughing so hard because all I can think of is like, wouldn't it be hilarious if she just dropped dead right here, right now? Like, it's her dream, but like, I was like, tell me this movie does the thing where she doesn't make it to the altar. She dies right now on her way to the altar. Come on.
I think a lot of the scenes from Signs where you're supposed to feel really suspenseful or sad, or the ending of AI. I remember we were watching that in the movie and we were just dumbfounded, but also laughing our asses off when like the fairy comes to life and everything, and we had a pretty good laugh at that.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. My computer is finally working properly. It has been glitching since I started watching the stream at 7:07. Have any of you ever had problems like this, besides Doug being muted? Oh, there's tech problems all the time.
Oh, yeah. God. Crazy, man. Yeah. No, it's a pain.
All the time. Yep. Chris Kringle, thank you for the 50 bits. Since you're willing to cheat a bit with X-Men Evolution, could you review Spectacular Spider-Man for Disney-cember, even though it's not technically owned by Disney?
I think I had on the list because it's very short, and I guess a lot of people do talk about it. So,
great show.
Yeah, I think I had on the list for like next year or something like that. So I'll probably get to it then.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on the Christian Bale movie American Psycho?
Really good movie.
I like it.
When I first saw it, I didn't like it. I don't think I understood what it was, and then I saw it as an adult, and I'm just like, oh, this is fucking great. I
Great
love it.
performance. I love Christian Bale in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. One of my favorite things I came across on Twitter was a group photo with the voice actors for Cuphead, Mugman, and Elder Kettle on the Cuphead show. They actually looked like a family, and it was really cute.
Oh, that's sweet.
That is really sweet. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Will you review A League of Their Own and The Last Unicorn sometime in the future?
I still have to see Last Unicorn. League of Their Own, I feel like I could get some stuff out of. We'll see. It's always one kind of in the back of my head where I'm like, that'd be fun to talk about, because I really do like that movie.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen the Bob's Burgers movie short, My Butt Has a Fever? It's basically a clone of the Do the Bartman with Louise, Jean, and Tina doing an inappropriate song at their school concert while Mr. Franz tries to stop them. It's honestly even better if you haven't seen it.
I saw it. Yeah, that is a very good description. Yeah, I thought it was funny.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 50 bits. What's your favorite joke from the original Pirates of the Caribbean?
The original?
I
I'm
like
trying to.
when the ship is sinking and he steps off right onto the dock. That's pretty funny. It's a more
That's
visual-
pretty
yeah.
fantastic. I like when they have to test whether or not the dropping the coin in work, and he just shoots one of the pirates, and it's like they're just still, and he just looks at it. It's like, he shot me.
Right. Shot. That's a good one too.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. J-Star Otaku says the fanscription yesterday was so good.
Thank you. Appreciate you watching.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. How excited are you for the Mario movie trailer coming out on October 6th? It's going to do New York Comic Con. It comes out during New York Comic Con.
Chris Pratt is Mario.
I'm so excited to finally hear what's going on with these this voice that everyone's been talking about.
I can't wait to see the hate, because even if it turns out it's good or it somehow matches, or say people are gonna be like, boo.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you seen Bros?
No, it looked interesting though. I saw the trailer. I actually thought it looked like an interesting movie. So, but I think it's coming out like this weekend. Again, I gotta see Hocus Pocus. I gotta see Smile. So, and it doesn't look like a big screen movie. So I'll probably just wait to rent it.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which Batman villain casting that you used in Fanscription would you like to have seen in real life more? Robin Williams as the Riddler or Patrick Stewart as Mr. Freeze?
Robin Williams as the Riddler, 100,000%.
Spike, thank you for the 50 bits. Here's a joke Fanscription for April Fools. What if Michael Bay made Titanic instead of Pearl Harbor?
Just blows up.
Yeah, well, just have you narrate it the whole time, Doug, as Michael Bay.
Yeah. Well, and then they look at each other and they say, well, they don't say anything. They just explode.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Walter, for whatever reason, my favorite moment involving you was when you portrayed the J. Baruchel dork from the Sorcerer's Apprentice review. Leopold!
Well, Leopold. Yeah, I remember that. Good stuff.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. A friend of mine asked me this yesterday, and it's killing me. Which series would you most want to go back and direct/fix? Harry Potter, the entire DC universe, or Star Wars?
DC.
Star Wars, probably.
DC for me.
Yep, me too. I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Will you review Meet Dave, the film where Eddie Murphy is in himself, and in many ways more than one?
I think I've heard of that movie. I know, was it Bill Corbett who wrote that movie or something like that too? One of the Rip Tracks guys. So that would be maybe interesting, but I never have seen it.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Joke. Why is an M. Night Shyamalan movie like a woman who isn't giving birth? No contractions! Because you said he doesn't do the weave, I've. That's a contraction, okay. Doug.
Gotcha, yes. No, because I knew the one. I wasn't thinking of the grammar one. That makes more sense. Yes. It is very clever.
Yes, I get the joke. Yeah.
Dino Mike, thank you for the 50 bits. My girlfriend and I met Dana Snyder, the voice of Master Shake from Aqua Teen. He recommended the show The Ghost and Molly McGee. We watched the first season and it was pretty good. Is there a possibility for that show to have a review on Disney-cember?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't even know if it's still on or if it ran its course or whatever, so we'll have to see.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you ever seen the Harvey Birdman Attorney at Law? The Flintstones one is funny.
Oh, yeah. I've seen most of them. I think they're very, very funny. Bird Girl's not that bad either. I didn't get through season 2. Season 2 wasn't grabbing me, but season 1 I thought was pretty funny.
FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Thoughts on the Glass Onion Knives Out trailer? I'm excited for it.
Yeah, looks fun. Cool. Yeah.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 1,050 bits. We appreciate it.
You.
Walter, my man, these bits are for you. I legit told this to Rob when he was on after Batman Forever Fanscription, but I feel like I have to pay for your guys' Fanscriptions. Looking forward to the remaining Batman and Robin episodes.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
General Kenobi, thank you for the 50 bits. Bits to say Heartburn is the worst. I have it right now and it sucks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hope
that
you
does
get
suck.
better.
Yeah. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 50 bits. Oh, Heather, it's pronounced Shreveport. It's all right. It's a Louisiana thing. Gotcha. Yeah, I've also haven't seen Princess and the Frog in at least 10 years, so sorry. FBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Like Henry from The Goodfellas. Jimmy! Hi, Jim. Oh, sorry. I didn't see that one before Jim left.
Sorry.
And General Kenobi, thank you again for the 50 bits, and you got an answer to your gym question. Randacy Gaming, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your guys' thoughts on Disney's next movie coming out on November 20th? Strange Planet / World. I can't remember which one is the right name.
I mean, the Strange World looked strange. So I like looks more imaginative than Lightyear. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah,
Right.
I like the advertisement for it. It's like that old school, like, listen to this.
Yeah.
I got a story for you. It's strange. That's pretty cool. I like it.
Dino Mike, thank you for the 50 bits. For your next commercial special, can you please do the McDonald's commercial for the evil grimace where he says, "Where's the Coke?"
I think we have that on the list because I do recall seeing that.
Rob and the Snob, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, do you like Lego?
As in the company? Sure.
Legos are great. They're awesome. They're
Yeah.
creative. I like them. The Art Alchemist, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug, will there be a future review on The Scary Godmother 2?
Probably not. I think the first one just did okay, and like it was cute for what it was, but nothing's like calling me to do the next one. You know what I mean?
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Overall, what is your favorite intro for Nostalgiaween? I've personally loved the Nightmare Before Christmas intro. I've seen it a ton of times, but I always find it hilarious when Pennywise kills Jack before doing his signature laugh.
That one's pretty great. I really like the Beetlejuice animated intro because that's like my favorite intro for anything is that animated Beetlejuice intro, and that guy just did it for fun. And then we just said, can we like buy this off you? Because like we are just blown away by this. And like I said, he's been doing the animations like either every other year or sometimes even every year, a couple in a row. He's doing it again this year, so he does always great work.
I know it, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Alone for Christmas is basically Home Alone with dogs and the dad from Wizards of Waverly Place.
Sold.
Colonia Contra Attica Live, thank you for the 200 bits. I want to thank Doug. I'm a big YouTuber from Brazil. I go to many cons during panels. In my early years, I used to watch Doug's old panels for inspiration. They are great. Did you make new panels? How are the new cons that you attended?
But good. I mean, some we've been to before, some we haven't. And they're usually a lot of fun. I don't know. You have to try hard in order for me to not like a con, and some do try very hard. But yeah, no, I always have a lot of fun at them. Thank you so much.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Whose voice do you think is funnier, H. John Benjamin or Patrick Warburton?
Oh, they're very similar. H. John Benjamin makes me laugh a little bit more because he's a little more cynical, where Warburton, I think, is a little bit more dim-witted. But he can sound very sophisticated, too, like in A Series of Unfortunate Events. So, yeah, they're both great.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What is your least favorite training montage from the Rocky movies? For me, it's Rocky 2. Rocky running with children is weird. Sorry. I suppose it's better that they were the ones running after him as opposed to him running after them, but still, it's pretty weird.
Oh, I love that one. That's probably my favorite.
That's
and
the
I know
best
it's fun.
moment in the entire series, dude.
And I know someone who, I mean, she's grown up now, but she was one of the kids in the crowd running with him. And she was telling these stories. And one of them was, she was saying, like, he's like, no, okay, I know some of you are faster than me. All right, I know that. But it's like at this end scene, we really had to make it where I'm running faster. So all you slow down a bit. And this one kid wanted to be a little jackass and ran faster than him. And he was just like, he's trying to be nice, but I can't believe we got to set up everything again. Because this one kid didn't get the idea. We're doing it. And he was really pissed about it. So I just love it. Like, you have to set up these hundreds of kids to do it again because one little brat's like, tee.
Right. That is really funny. I think least favorite, the Rocky V training montage with Tommy Gunn is by far the worst one. So, yeah.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What is your favorite Batman villain costume? For me, it's Nicholson Joker.
I got one. The new Batman Adventures Scarecrow with the noose around his neck.
Yeah. Oh, I love that one. I agree. That's so good.
General Kenobi, thank you for the 50 bits. Request for all, please do your best character impersonation, I believe is what they want.
Character impersonation?
I don't know, man.
That guy from Back to the Future 3. The Clint Eastwood is the biggest yellow belly in the West.
Sheriff of Nottingham, yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I blanking now?
If I just stare you down, camera, can I be Aubrey Plaza?
Yep.
There you go. Steps. Maybe that.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 200 bits. So, Doug, Heather, Walter, have you seen... I'm going to mess up so much of this pronunciation. Maquia, When They Promised Flower Blooms. It's an anime film. It's one of the best recent anime films. The animation, story, characters, music, both language tracks are superb, but major praise goes to Xanith Hoyne as Mukea and Charami Lay as Leia. A golfer claps for the English dub. It's on Amazon, so please check it out if you haven't already seen it. It's Maquia. Maquia, When the Promised Flower Blooms. I have not heard of it, but I am interested in a good anime movie.
Yeah, I will check that out.
Blake the Nothing, thank you for the 100 bits. Last bits of the night, no question, but I just want to say I've been watching NC since the Moonwalker review, and I love seeing how the channel Awesome has grown and evolved over the years. Thank you for all the years of entertainment and laughs.
Oh, well, thank you for watching. Couldn't do it without you watching.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. In your first review of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, you exclaimed, "This movie's terrible!" When you got to the scene where the dad splashes Greg and Rowley on Halloween, I was curious, what about that scene made you give it that response?
Well, because you know it's coming, and then there's no payoff, and it's just so awkwardly done. It just holds on silence. Like, oh, everyone's just going to be laughing so hard, and it's just, oh, it's so cringy. It's so I don't know. Didn't do it for me. It's a no for me, dog.
Randy Gaming, thank you. Oh, I didn't read that one. Randy Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. When and if you review Diary of a Wimpy Kid Roderick Rules, read the book first, and it's my favorite one of the movies. And if you want, I can send you the YouTube link of all the archived episode playlists for Nightmare Ned. And fun fact, it aired on ABC before Disney Channel existed.
Oh, neat. No, I can look that up myself, and we'll see about a sequel. I was thinking about maybe looking at the animated movie that came out this year that Disney did, because I was curious to see if that was any better. I doubt it is, but we'll see.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you for the 50 bits. Calling it right now, the Mario movie is going to start with a record scratch freeze frame. Absolutely. That, or my other thing that I keep saying is I'm pretty sure it's going to start with Chris Pratt doing "It's a me, Mario." Oh, sorry guys, that was really weird.
Yeah, that's my prediction. I think you're right on with that.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Follow-up question to my earlier one. Who would you have liked to have seen more in a Batman movie? Robin Williams as the Riddler or Billy D. Williams as Two-Face?
Billy D. Williams is Two-Face. We should have gotten that, and we didn't. So that's why.
Yeah, I'll say this: I've seen so much fan art now, and like even that Batman '89 comic of him as Two-Face. I feel like I got a gist of it now. Like, okay, like with Robin Williams as the Riddler, I still haven't seen that much, so I guess I prefer that. But yeah, both would be really cool.
The Art Alchemist, thank you for the 50 bits. Will you do an NC on Christopher Robin for a future Nostalgia-ween? I asked Nostalgia-ween since we will soon look at Winnie the Pooh as a horror film anyway.
Oh, that's right. For a Nostalgia-ween, unless there's like a horror one, but I mean there is, but probably not.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Walter, did you ever read both collections of Batman The Adventures Continue comic books?
I've been wanting to so bad. I got the first trade. I haven't been able to read it yet, and the second one just came out, so I'm going to be reading those very soon. I think I might have a little bit of time coming up, so yeah.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Also, Walter, what's your top 3 animated Batman movies?
Under the Red Hood's number 1. Mask of the Phantasm is probably number 2. Number 3 it's probably Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. I freaking love that movie.
Dino Mike, thank you for the 50 bits. What's the next Nostalgia-ween intro for this year?
It's Scooby-Doo. Where are you?
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. For the next commercial special, will you put the Anastasia VHS spot where those 30-year-old women eat Chinese food and just praise the movie in all 90s corny cheese? I would love for all the CA ladies, Heather, Tamara, Ayana, etc., to do a spoof/parody of it.
Oh, that's pretty funny. I did see the commercial. It was weird, but it was super short, like even shorter than the usual commercial. So I was like, should I do this? But that's a pretty funny idea. So maybe I'll look at it again.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, have you ever watched the 2-part George Carlin documentary on HBO Max? He's my comic hero, and man, I tear up when they touch on his trials and battles with drugs.
Yeah, no, I really liked it. And that's another one where I kind of thought, like, I know enough about George Carlin. And then I'm like, but that's why they make this. They'll show you stuff you didn't know. And that's what they did. So, yeah, I really liked it.
Rapid Gamer, thank you for the 50 bits. Walter, what are your thoughts on Kevin Michael Richardson's voice performance as Joker in The Batman?
So many people ask me about the Batman since Batman. The stuff that I've seen from the Batman, I never liked that show. So that includes the Dreadlock Joker. So not a big fan, but if I rewatched it now with an open mind, maybe I'd like it.
The Harley Quinn looked kind of cool. Remember that.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. Have you watched the newest episode of Bob's Burgers? It's called To Bob or Not to Bob, and it's a very solid premiere. The show's still got it.
No, I haven't yet. I can't wait to because I love Bob's Burgers.
Roroni Rockman, thank you for the 100 bits. I had the weirdest dream where Planet of the Apes crossed with Jurassic Park. Is it just because the Jurassic World movies were so disappointing that I think that's a cool idea?
Yes.
No question. Just
sounds like a fanscription idea. There we go.
All right, cool. Whew, we got through all the bit messages. We might have some time for a couple of highlighted here. A couple of bit messages just came in. I had to say something, didn't I? Spike, thank you for the 50 bits. Can you do Jeremy Renner's film debut where he, Bubbles, Tommy Chong, Max Headroom, and Pauly Shore impersonator take a school bus to DC?
Maybe?
Maybe.
You know what? I think, was it Senior Trip? Is that what it's called? I think I saw this movie, actually. It's not that good.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Weird question. When the Channel Awesome ladies aren't present, do the Channel Awesome dudes do shit like break shit, shoot guns, and all sorts of man, yeah stuff?
I mean, you'll never find out, will you, girly?
I never will. I never will.
I was talking to Orlando. Oh, it's Orlando. Well, that could still be a she. I don't know. Either way, you'll never find it out.
Sorry, there was a bug on my face.
Oh, no.
Oh, I
got
just
it.
saw that. I saw it on the delay.
I got it. It's fine. Everything's great. Luke the Boss, thank you for the 50 bits. What are some of the other X-Men/mutants you guys would want to see in Deadpool 3? I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Sophie Turner again, even though the last Phoenix movie was awful.
Some version of Gambit would be cool.
Ooh, yeah.
I want more Beast. Give me more Beast.
Beast is cool. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
The Art Alchemist, thank you for the 50 bits. Have any of you been to the Nickelodeon studios in Florida before it closed in 2004 or 2005? My brother actually got slimed there when we were little.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's cool. No, it sounds awesome.
Yeah, I might try, and if I ever go around there, I might go try visit that area. Maybe.
Yeah. Cool. We might have time. I'm going to try to read maybe one or two of these here. Elite Gamer says, so real quick, first, thank you all for making me laugh every week. It always helps me after work. 2, what are your plans for Channel Awesome in the distant future? Also, Walter, don't forget it's your turn to babysit the Grady twins next week.
No.
Love it. You know, we got some plans, but YouTube keeps changing too, so we have to change along with it. So, we can't think too far, but we got some ideas, but that keeps changing too, because like I say, YouTube is always a changing platform as well.
Matt Gamer says, hi Walter, just wanted to say I love your Batman and Twilight-tober month, and I would have ran through the walls after that twin cardboard prank the crew did on you.
Bro, I was like, what the? I was just totally freaked out.
If it makes you feel better, because he did one in my office. He closed the door and he put the girls in the seat, the NC seat. So I open up, I turn the light, and this is the reaction. I turn it on. Okay, that's pretty good. So, and then he put like the mannequin of like Malcolm that we made for the Twilight-tober Zone, like in the middle too, like the head, the severed head. So it's just like, okay, that's pretty good.
Turnabout's fair play, and now they're sitting in the costume room. I'm surprised they didn't startle me yesterday, so. I win. Ha ha. Lady Houndoom, thank you for the 300 bits, and this will have to be our last one. Doug, are you excited for Keith David to be at Grand Rapids Comic Con?
I am. I saw years ago. I saw him and said hi to him, and he was really, really cool. I doubt he remembers that, but yeah, we definitely want to show him Malcolm in the Shadow Man cosplay, though. We'll see if we can get him to sign that or something.
Cool. Awesome. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today. As usual, we super appreciate it. Walter, thank you for joining us. We know you're busy with Fanscription, but thank you all for hyping Walter up and watching Fanscription. If you haven't already, the new episode is up on the YouTube channel now. It is long, but also amazing, and they put a lot of hard work into it.
That is what she said. Yes.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Doug. Good reporting.
Am I right, boys?
But yes, come on back here. We do have content here 6 days a week, so come hang out with us. Tomorrow, Tamra will be on. Then Friday in the afternoon, Malcolm is here. Doug's here in the evening. Saturday, we've got Awesome Comics and Coffee, and then it starts all again on Monday. So come on back here, hang out. We always appreciate seeing you here. Yeah. Have a good evening, and we will catch y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye!
Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye.